On June 10, 2001, Timothy McVeigh, mastermind of the Oklahoma City bombing, woke up knowing it would be the last day of his life. For 6 years, he had sat on federal death row in Terre, Haute, Indiana, locked in a small cell, isolated, monitored, and watched around the clock. But in those final hours, the tone around him shifted. The countdown had begun. McVeigh had already refused any appeals. He wanted his execution carried out, and he wanted it done quickly. That evening, he was moved to a special holding cell beside the execution chamber. He spent the night the same way he had spent most of his sentence, quiet, expressionless, and detached. Guards said he showed no fear, no regret, only a cold, steady calm. Just after dawn on June 11th, McVeigh was offered a final meal. He asked for 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. Nothing more. In his last hours, he was allowed to meet with his attorneys and spiritual advisor. He didn't talk about forgiveness. He didn't talk about the 168 people who died because of him, 19 of them children. Instead, he focused on his own legacy, his politics, and the statement he planned to leave behind. A couple of hours before the execution, McVeigh penned a final message, a handwritten copy of the poem Invictus, a piece about defiance, control, and being the master of one's fate. He never apologized for what he did. At 7 a.m., witnesses were brought in. Survivors, families of victims, journalists, and officials. They sat behind protective glass facing the gurney. McVeigh walked in wearing a simple white t-shirt and khaki pants. He lay down without being forced. He stared straight ahead and showed no emotion as the IV lines were inserted. When asked if he had any last words, he said nothing. At 7:14 a.m., the lethal injection began. Within minutes, McVeigh's breathing slowed, then stopped. At 7:14 a.m., he was declared dead. The first federal execution in the United States since 1963. For many watching, it wasn't closure. It didn't bring back the victims, but it ended the life of the man responsible for one of America's deadliest acts of domestic terrorism.